that in all the land saith the Lord.
I'm going to ask you to read the scripture again after. Carry on. Read the scripture again though.
2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
He said to read it again.
Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
And that's talking about our people, man. Continue.
But the third shall be left therein.
Yep.
And I will bring the third part through the fire.
And that's only a small remnant, man. 34%. Continue.
And I will refine them as silver is refined.
That's what the Lord's doing now, man. That's why doing camp is important, making videos is important, being honest with brothers is important, all right? Because the Lord is molding us and shaping us into a kingdom of priests, you know? Because in the kingdom, we're going to have to teach these heathens, all right, Hebrew and the laws, man. And I'm going to be a very cruel teacher, man. A very cruel teacher. The Edomites, I'm going to have them in a pit full of snakes. Because they are snakes, man. You know, like that film Anaconda, the giant ones. Yeah, man, because they've got big, massive ones like that. We're going to have a classroom and they're going to be in the pit. I'm going to be hovering with my spiritual powers and telling them what to do, man. I'm meditating on terror.
Right.
Right?
And it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried.
That's why the Lord said those that love him love correction, man. It's good to be corrected, right? But the reason why people don't like correction is because they're stubborn. See?
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is our power.
And he's our power and none else, man. He's our God, we're not sharing him. We're not sharing our kingdom. Especially with the race of people that have lynched, burned, hung, drawn, quartered, massacred, call you nigger on a daily basis. On the internet, you see our videos. You niggas didn't do this, you niggas didn't do that. They had 2 white girls made a video about our people, then halfway through they concentrated on our women. Yeah, they were saying they got itchy scalp and instead of
throwing their hair
around and all that stuff. But that's what they think of you. But around you, they put on this facade, man.
Right.
And because a lot of our people are coons, sambos, they take token bits of kindness from them as acceptance.
And that proves where Israelites, their whole hair thing, the women.
Yeah, there you go. Brother said that's and more proof. Isaiah 3:16. All right, a woman's glory is her hair. The Lord cursed them by taking it away, man. All right, Black Rapunzel.
Right.
Sirach 2 verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
There you go, man. So you're not supposed to despise when you have adversity onto you, man. Just try not to worry about it, wait in prayer, and just have faith that the Lord's going to sort everything out. Because he does. And he knows those who have faith and who don't, man. Say it?
Right, this is because you said that the power of the Lord is our power.
Yeah.
This is Joel 2:27.
Right.
And ye shall know that I'm in the midst of Israel, that I am the Lord your God, and none else. My people shall never be ashamed.
There you go, man. So he's our God, man. And we ain't sharing. We ain't going to share our blessing with you. We ain't going to do nothing, man. All we're going to share with you is nuclear missiles, man. Torture and death. Really just torture. I don't really want to kill Edomites. I just want to torture them and so they can live in the pain, you know? Because, you know, when we're in hospital, you know, if you got sickle cell or whatever, I'm telling you, man, you should look at them. They have no compassion. Not all of them, but the majority of them got no compassion for Jake. Even in that hospital, man, when someone's sick, they still, what's the word? Discriminate against us. Alright? That's why they're not going to get no mercy, man. That's why the Lord is perfect. He's going to take you Israelites out first, the wicked ones. Then that's when the fun starts, man. Alright? And I'm going to love it, man. I'm gonna love it.
Can I just say,
Yeah, go on.
for those who have stolen liver, what they call it, organ trafficking. For those that thought they got away with organ trafficking, that are walking around with Jake's livers and hearts and kidney and carrying on like everything's alright. The Most High's got that covered too.
That's right, man.
So I don't think you got away with all that. All you royal family, all you elite, walking around with Jake's heart, and in one hand calling them niggers, and in the other hand you want their heart and their liver. Most High's got that covered too.
That's right, man. You ain't gonna forget that. Was it in Haiti, innit?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Even the president, he said there's organ trafficking going on.
And Tariq Nasheed, he's a person that he's in that conscious thing, but you know, we know that's a lot of rubbish, but he's still awake, and he goes over to Haiti and some of these African countries, and he said he saw a whole load of, what they call them eyes things? The irises of eyes. And he asked, what's all these irises of eyes doing? Because they're trafficking iris, you know, like you got, everybody's got iris for their eye. They're trafficking,
parts of it. You know the
parts of the eyes,
Get out.
That's what he wanted, his eyes. The blind man wanted his eyes.
So they look at the colour of eyes and they want eye colour and all that, like it's some kind of joke or something.
Yeah, man.
This man's evil.
Man's wicked, man.
It says Isaiah 48 verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
That's it. And brother's got different afflictions. Brother's got eczema. I got sickle cell. Someone might be broke. Another brother might have mental health problems. These are all symptoms of the punishment the Lord's given us.
It says, for mine own sake, even for my own sake will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? I will not give my glory unto another.
That's it. When you worship that white Jesus, you're giving the glory to him, man. A man called Cesare Borgia.
They say, hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my court. I am he. I am the first. I also am the last. Mine hand also have laid the foundation of the earth, and my right hand has span out the heaven. When I call unto them, they stand up together. All ye, assemble yourselves and hear, which among them have declared these things. The Lord have loved him. He will do his pleasure on Babylon, and his arm shall be on the Chaldeans.
That's it. When it says the Chaldeans, it's about the Edomites as well, man. Alright?
Even I have spoken. Yea, I have called him. I have brought him, and he shall make his way prosperous. Come ye near unto me. Hear ye this. I have not spoken in secret from the beginning. In the time that it was, there am I. And now the Lord God and his Spirit have sent me. Thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord thy God, teaching thee to profit, and leading thee by the way that thou shouldest go.
That's it. And that's why it said the right hand side is the righteous side, isn't it? Right? Yeah, right arm. Alright? That's why, you know, when you write in England, Hebrew's right to left, isn't it? Hebrew's right to left, but this devil changed it from left to right. Because he's a devil, that's his job, man. You know, the rainbow symbol was a covenant the Lord gave to say he's not going to flood the earth again. What did the white man do? Put his hands on it and assumed it with LGBT, gay rights. See, everything he does is just poison, man. Yeah. He's like a deaf Adam, you know? He's the master of disaster, man.
Yeah, he likes to defile everything. To defile everything.
He defiles everything, yeah, that's right.
That's how they call it the abomination.
That's it.
They say Micah 2 verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yep.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it's in the power of their hand. And they cover fields and take them by violence.
Countries, man. Field means what? The world, isn't it?
Right,
Exactly.
They cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
They say a man in his house, right? There you go, man. you don't believe us, go over there to Yemen, man. Ask them. Or go to Syria and ask them, man. Or better yet, ask your grandparents, man. When they came to this country, these devils spat upon them. They did all kinds of wickedness, man. Come on.
So they say, therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family, Esau, do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled, ye have changed the portion of my people. How have ye removed it from me? Turning away, ye have divided our fields.
Yep. Right? That goes back to the, look at that, Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Because our people are scattered around the world. You got one joker saying, it's called Seed of Israel. I'm gonna watch it and then I'm gonna have to do a video to conquer it. Because he said, the Northern King deception. Saying that the Northern Kingdom are not Hispanics. I didn't watch it, I just saw a clip. And he argued and said, well, the Mexicans have got their own country. The tribe of Ephraim got their own country, Puerto Rico. But hang on, where in the Bible does it say that those are their lands? Those are not their lands, man. And do you think our people run South America? No, they don't, man. The white man runs those countries, man. All right? Noriega, remember Noriega? Panama deception? He was a puppet, but who ruled over him? The Americans, man. Once he didn't start doing what they wanted, they got him out. So that's why when you see things like that, if the Lord puts a spirit on you to do a reply or response to it. And there was a brother who was in Great Millstone, still in it really, all right, because he's of the same spirit. And he brought out scriptures saying that you're not supposed to hold back your sword. Do you understand? Remember, we're defenders of the gospel, but there's people out there are confused. One woman put on one of our videos, I needed to hear this because I didn't understand when the Bible says love your enemies. Does it mean Edomites as well? See? And they said this video was a great help. So many people are confused. So the Lord's training us to be a kingdom of priests. So you gotta do these things, man. You gotta make this truth your priority. And you, inside, you know when you've done your best, when you haven't done your best. Alright? The Lord's Spirit will make you be truth. Because the Lord is truth, man. And that's what's bringing down this empire, a little thing called truth. Right?
Luke 8 and 17.
Yep.
For nothing.
Yeah. Luke 12.
Luke 8:17.
Yep.
For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest.
There you go. Like that Stephen Lawrence documentary, man. Alright? All those things were back then in the 90s, but they're coming out. See?
And it says, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
And we were hid from our nationality, man. We thought we were niggers. We thought we were Africans. Yeah. We thought we were Shaka Zulu, man. Do you know what I mean? But no. The truth has come out now that we're Israelites, man. And we're above all people. See?
And it says, take heed therefore how ye hear. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given. And whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken, even which he seemeth to have.
Everything that you Israelites have is going to be taken away from you. The little thing you have, but the white man's going to lose more. Because we ain't got nothing, man. Yeah, he's going to lose everything. We ain't got nothing. So, you know, it's not bothered. I'm not bothered. Hey, listen, if you're in a bit of financial difficulty or whatever, listen, this economic collapse is going to happen. Get a credit card, man. Max it out. Yeah, just get them, max it out, pay your bills or do whatever. Go Disneyland or wherever you crackers do. Because in our kingdom, man, if I even see any one of them smiling, I'm gonna put them to death. No, not death, torture them. Maybe get their lips in. Oh, you used to call us rubber lips, right? Yeah. I didn't mean that. cut their lips off, man.
Or cut their face off.
Yeah. Yeah, or do what? Chelsea Smiler, remember that? They used to get a razor and do that. That's what they used to do with Jake, man. And in that program, they said to these two white guys, he said, well, blacks don't like us, so we don't like them. No, my people love you guys, man.
Right.
We fought in your wars and reaped none of the benefits. All right? And when we came home from Vietnam, we were still called nigger. But they had to make an excuse to say, oh, why we're hating blacks. They don't like us, we don't like them. Lying bastard, man. That's what I'm saying. This man can't tell the truth. You know?
Right.
Then you had one of our women over there with some cracker, man. Because they've given up. Well, we ain't gonna give up, man. Luke 12? 12 and 1, yeah?
So it said Luke 12 verse 1. In the meantime, when they were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, insomuch that they trod one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. Yep. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed,
Right.
neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops.
That's it. Julian Assange. Who else is there? Snowden, WikiLeaks. Cat Williams, man.
The woman as well. There was a woman that was fucking spilling the beans. They locked her up as well.
What woman?
Yeah, she was one of those, like Snowden, one of those people in them positions there where they got the information.
Okay.
They locked her up.
Whistleblowers, yeah, whistleblowers. A lot of them. There's a lot of them.
whistleblowers, yeah.
One of those Navy
That's-
intelligence.
See, that's the reason why we have whistleblowers, man. But the Lord is showing you all the wickedness that they've been doing, man. You know? And they don't feel sorry for the Lawrence family. They just put on a facade like, oh, it's terrible, isn't it? You know? It is terrible. But it's going to be worse than what we do to you, man. Alright? Much worse. Finish that one. Right. Get Revelations 18 and 6.
Wisdom of Solomon, 12 and 22. Therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more.
There you go, man. They're going to be, so the Lord is, remember, it's going to be his anger in us. And it said, read that bit again.
He says, therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us,
Yep.
thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more.
There you go, man. And burning in nuclear fire, boy. That's going to be some kind of pain, man. Alright? That's going to be some real, like you said last week, that you burn your hand on the stove or whatever. And that happened to me a few months ago, and it hurt like hell, man. Imagine you're just in fire and you're disintegrating. That's what's going to happen to them. So why would you try to hold their hands in that lake of fire? It don't make sense, man. But that's how much of a coon niggas are, man. And you Hispanics, and you Uncle Tomahawks, man. Native Americans.
And it says, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness. And when we ourselves are judged, we shall look for mercy.
That's it, mercy, man.
Right.
Mercy. That's what the Lord, to be honest, us being His truth, it's the Lord having mercy
Get that
upon us.
folly on tape. Folly is set in great dignity.
Like kids, yeah, cave kids. Catching caveman's offspring. Finish that, yeah? Yeah. Alright. Revelations 18 and 6. Verse 6. Is that? Verse 6 and 4. Oh, yeah.
Revelations chapter 18 verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Yep.
And double unto her double according to her works.
That's talking about Babylon the Great, which is America. But who runs it? The Edomites, so-called white man. So he's gonna get double, man. Double. I mean, our oppression was brutal. And a lot of you Israelites saying it's truth. If you're gonna watch a film, try and watch period pieces. Because I watched a film the other day called The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Yeah. It's a damn good film, man. Yeah, damn.
And you know, it's lucky. You know when that film come on?
Yeah.
That was around 9/11. Because I remember that.
Oh, is it?
There was disputing. You know that bombing where the so-called the Americans and the British burned them in the barn. They were saying, oh, there was uproar about that. We didn't do that. Then the 9/11 happened, and then they dropped that shoulder to shoulder. It was Tony Blair, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Fucking devil.
Yeah, man. Have you watched that film? It's about when England fought America. Was it for their independence, isn't it?
Right.
And King George III, who was an Israelite, black guy, noticed in that film they never showed one picture about him. They mentioned him, and you always used derogatory terms. They made out like he was a monster and so forth. And them soldiers hated him as well, man. They didn't like being ruled by a black monarch.
Right.
All right? That's the reason why King George said, tell the slaves, they fight for us and we win, they'll be free. You know? But you had still niggers, man, like that guy in the film.
Yeah.
Patriot, that guy, what's his name? Mel Gibson. Yeah. And then the white guy goes to him in the last battle, I'm honored to fight with you, I'm honored. And he goes, you're free now. He goes, I'm here because I want to be. You nigger, man. You nigger, man. Or niggas like that, we're going to kill in the
They wanted to take the bullet from Master, didn't they?
Yeah, they want to take the bullet from Master, man.
Wanted to took that bullet from him.
Yeah, man. Shameful. Like the film Amistad is named after a slave who was a double agent. Pretended to work for England, but he was helping the Americans. Once they won the war, they didn't free him, man. He had to fight 5 years to get his freedom. See? That's what happens.
Never trust that.
Never. You can get it. Please get it, man. Never trust that enemy.
Revelation 18 verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself, and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
And that's how the Romans were. The Romans said, Rome will be forever. The glory of Rome. Where is it now, man? It got taken out by us.
Listen. Come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God, who judgeth her.
That's it. That's the end game, man. All right? That's going to happen in the end. All right? So you might have to act and have the mindset. And this is not my words. This cracker said it on these down south crackers that was exposing the FEMA camps. He said, we're going to win, but you're going to act like we have to lose for a while. Same with the elect, man. Same with us.
Right.
When all hell breaks loose, all right, there's going to be bad things happening, but you have to keep your faith in that time. And yeah, we're going to be down there, man. All right, but the Lord is going to be with us, and then He's going to exalt us in due time, man, and increase us in the end, just like He did Job, a servant that eschewed evil. The word eschew means to stay away from, man. All right, and He did that to Job for us, so we can have that now, so we can hold on to the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? So who was reading? A bit more there, you know.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her.
That's it, like the Chinese, man. And they sell, China is a great economy because of America. So, yeah, they sell everything there, man. So they're not going to be happy that America's going to be destroyed.
And lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city of Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Oh, 1 hour, man. All right, deliverance. All right, deliverance for the elect, the 1/3.
That's right.
Yahushua and the angels coming back, zapping them. All right, then, all right, go up more. All right, let the nuclear missiles do the rest, man. And that's what the nuclear missiles are gonna do. Okay, so that is one of the things that you have to be wary of, man. Okay, one down.
Bro, the Africans. You don't put Africa.
Huh?
Africa.
No, this is about Israelites.
You are not Israel.
Pardon?
You are not Israel.
Where are you from? Where's your father from? Yeah, but what part of Ethiopia? Okay. Yeah, Isaiah 11 and 11. Many people. Are you teaching me or am I teaching you? I'm asking you, man. I'm showing you that some Ethiopians are Israelites.
Tell them Ethiopia. What does Ethiopia mean?
What's the word? Wait. What the word
You
Ethiopia?
know something.
That's it. Burnt face.
Yeah.
What's the word it mean? What does it mean?
It means burnt face, right?
It's Greek. Yeah, it's a Greek word.
It's a Greek word. Burnt face.
What about Israel? Current Israel, the people in
No, they're not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
That's how you break it down.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No, the Israelis, all right, are not really Jews. They're white. They're white people that converted to a religion called Judaism. Get Revelations 2 and 9.
What about Abraham?
Huh? No, we're talking about Jewish people.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're the real Jews?
What about Ismail?
I'm not talking about Israel. One thing at a time.
Tell me.
All right, see, look, he's teaching me.
No, yeah, I'm going to teach you.
Okay, all right. All right, have a nice day. Go.
No.
Read.
Revelations 2 and 9.
Go.
Don't lie on the truth.
If I was white, you wouldn't talk to me like that.
The truth is,
Just
Abraham
speak over
was
it,
not
man.
a black man.
Revelations 2 and 9.
The Bible
I know
doesn't-
thy works and
It's not about
tribulation
color.
and poverty,
Jesus was
but
not
thou
black.
art rich.
That's our Messiah, man. That's our Messiah. He's saying that.
Yeah.
He knows our tribulation, like Stephen Lawrence's family, like Mark Douglas' family.
God doesn't
But
have
we are
any
rich.
problem
Why?
with color.
Why are we
Whether
rich?
white,
Because we're
Jesus
Israelites
Christ died on
and
the
we're going to
cross
rule
for
next forever.
everybody.
Continue.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
All right, sit up. Blasphemy. Hold on, say that again.
And it says, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not,
Yep.
but are the synagogue of Satan.
There you go, man.
Yeah,
Synagogue
who
of
are
Satan.
they? Who are
There's
they?
a bit more there, you know.
The people,
There's a bit more there.
they told
For none of those things which thou shalt suffer,
Yep.
behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison,
That's it. And that's what's coming with this tribulation. See?
and that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
When it says 10 days, it means an extended period of time.
Listen,
See?
brother.
Be thou faithful
Why don't you
unto
preach
death,
about Jesus Christ?
and I will give thee
Why
a
don't you
crown
preach
of
about
life.
the cross?
There you go.
Why don't you
So we're
preach
going to get
about
a
the
crown
Lord?
of life, man.
Not about color.
And that's what we want. We want that
God
crown.
doesn't have any problem
Alright?
with color. I love you guys.
That's the problem
God loves everybody.
that we have.
Why?
A lot of our people,
You know that.
a lot of our people, they would actually talk to this guy. I'm not talking to this guy, man. Let him go away, man.
No.
All right. Actually, you know what?
Let me tell you the truth.
He's clearly a heathen, right?
You know,
Alright.
the Bible
Get
says
my
the
favorite
devil,
scripture.
He's a killer. He's a full of wisdom.
Yeah, you look that one up.
To destroy and to kill.
Get me oh yeah, go on then, go on.
Psalm 68 verse 31. Princes shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto the Most High. So you got Israelites.
That's it. Isaiah 11:11. Get that one as well. Because our people are scattered in all nations, man. And they know, for example, over there in the Israelis, what they're doing, they're sterilizing a lot of these Ethiopians, man. They're giving them medication to sterilize them. And they did it very underhandedly. They gave it to them.
That's false.
I'm talking to him. They gave it to them underhandedly.
Preach about the gospel
Now they're
of
giving
Jesus
them
Christ, not about the color. God doesn't have any problem with the
to
color.
go home, man.
Jesus loves
Alright?
the black people.
Why is that?
Jesus loves the
Why
white
is that?
people.
That's the Lord that
Jesus
reversed
loves
them.
everybody.
The Lord knows He's going to destroy that place, man. That place is defiled right now. You got Arabs over there. You got a place called Pink City over there. All right. Slavery is legal over there. All right. They get white young girls from Eastern Europe. That place is wicked, man. So it has to be cleansed. Right?
Isaiah 11 verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
And what was the first time? When it was in Egypt, man. Alright? When the Lord delivered us via Moses. See?
Which shall be left from Assyria.
Assyria, which is where today? Like between Iraq and Syria, that area. See?
And from Egypt.
From Egypt, North Africa. See?
And from Pathros.
Pathros is a part in Egypt. See?
And from Cush.
Kush, which is the, what's it called? The Kushites, Ethiopians, Somalians, and
Sudan,
and Eritreans.
Yeah, Eritreans,
Right? Yeah, so out of that people, there's some of our people.
Yeah.
See?
And from Elam.
Alright, Elam is the Asians, man. Now, Afghanistan, so a lot of them are Elamites. Iran, are the Emites. Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka. I was doing a video the other day, and they had the cities that are in India, they're in Pakistan as well. So they're in Pakistan, man. So it was not just, that's why it says Edom, man.
Man, you deceived by the devil. You've been deceived.
See?
You deceived,
They
man.
say.
Preach the gospel.
And from Shinar.
Preach the gospel.
And from Hamath. And from the islands of the sea.
He's a liar.
And he shall sell and the sand.
You are the devil, man. You are the devil. You're the devil, man.
You're the devil.
You're the devil, man. Ethiopian slave, man.
You're the devil.
Carry on reading.
Hey, go back to Africa.
Just carry on reading, man. Just carry on reading.
You're the devil. You're the devil.
Finish the scriptures, man.
Hey, ignore him.
And he shall sell for
Just
them
about to
sand
go.
for the
Just
nations.
about to go.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the spurs of Judah,
Israel is
the four corners of the earth.
Yep. Four corners of the earth, man. And guys like that, guys like that, they like white Jesus. So when they come up and they see we're not dealing with that, they get impatient, man. They start acting funny, and you're saying about color. See, but
God loves everybody.
yeah, God loves everyone. He's a scoffer. Yeah, a scoffer, but he's infected with white supremacy. You know, he's infested with white supremacist demons. Yeah, inside his fucking African melon head, man. That's why these other heathens, don't forget them, man. Like Amon said, don't forget Amalek. And the Lord said, get that one. Numbers 24 and 20. Don't forget Amalek. Let me just read the scripture then. Because Amalek is the head of all that, man. And that is mercy that they're allowing them to go back home. Because the way they treat them Ethiopians is bad, man. Remember them two Israeli soldiers? They were beating up an Ethiopian Israeli soldier, man. I thought, hang on, he's fighting for you in your country, but they were beating him up, man. You know?
Numbers 24:20.
Yep.
And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said,
They're the Jewish people. They're the head tribe of the nation of Edom, all right, which is the Caucasians. That's the reason why they're right at the top of the pyramid, man. See?
Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
There you go, man. That's what we're waiting. I limit allow the brother to speak now. But when you have people like that, sometimes just ignore them, man. You know what I mean? The Bible says what? Resist the devil and he'll flee. He fleed after a while, man. Yeah, we just ignored him and he flees.
I think one of the apostles was saying that you vocab Malone, once upon a time they was coming hard.
Yeah.
G-man, they was coming hard. Now the brothers, they don't pay them no mind now. Now they just resorted to doing, what do they call that? Mockery, just scoffing and mockery videos. Because the brothers don't take them serious no more.
Yeah.
So it's like they're losing a whole heap of sleep. Like they're bugged out now, you know?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I have to go, son.